All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So the last preseason game is Saturday, right? It's this weekend. Jets, Giants. Crazy, right? That the NFL season is it's almost here. Right? It feels like Jets 49ers. It's right around the corner. But look, we're focusing on this last preseason game, and despite Saleh saying that none of the starters are going to go, there's still a lot of valuable things that the Jets can pull away from this game, right? We have to determine the entire 53-man roster. I want to say like 95%, 90 to 95% of that is already set in stone. But then, of course, that bottom chunk of that, of the official roster needs to be ironed out. Which I plan on doing a whole separate video on. And then, we can also talk about massive positions too. Quarterback 3, Jordan Travis is not going to be ready to start the, NFL season as like the actual QB3 for this football team. So it really comes down to Peasley and Adrian Martinez. So we're going to see, both of these guys battle. Again, according to Saleh, no Tyrod, no Rodgers. It's looking like both quarterbacks are going to be getting a half. And personally, if I'm Nathaniel Hackett, and we talked a little bit about this in yesterday's video, I'm letting these guys unleash the football down the field. Throw it, uncork them. Right, let's see what these quarterbacks can do. I don't want to, sit here and downplay screen passes, downplay extremely short, one-read dump-offs. It make them sound like anybody could, anybody in the world can go out there and do that. But at the same time, I just don't feel like you can truly evaluate a quarterback when that's the majority of what you ask them to do when it comes to actually preseason games. And we're talking about two undrafted free agents, one of which, in Adrian Martinez, was the UFL MVP. So, if I'm Hackett here and I have to make this decision, I honestly, I know it might seem excessive, but I think both of these quarterbacks, minimum at least 15 pass attempts minimum. And again, that's it. It might be a little excessive. Maybe you can bump that number up to 20 pass attempts each. But I think if we look at the running back room, that's pretty much set, right? Brees, Braylon, Isaiah Davis. I guess we'll see how the Jets feel about keeping an RB4. If they want to keep that position, it's Izzy's job. If not, Izzy will probably get regulated down to the practice squad or potentially traded. Who knows how that whole situation is going to pan out. But again, looking at the quarterbacks here, I'm really gonna just cut it loose and just I want to see which quarterback gives me more promise with throwing the football down the field, because you never know. The Jets have gone through so many different quarterbacks over these past couple of seasons. I mean, we've seen some pretty strange things from the position. We need to have more answers at QB3 than questions going into the year. But as far as the defense is concerned, unfortunately, according to Saleh, JBC is shut down for the rest of camp. Stiggers missed a couple of days. It was like a personal matter. So we'll see what happens there. Will McDonald and Clemens, right there, there's not necessarily a battle between those guys, but with the whole Hassan Reddick absence, it's going to be good to just continue to get those, younger guys reps here. Jermaine Johnson won't play. So yeah, again, the defense should be status quo, but the one player that I'm really excited to see is Jaylen Key, somebody who I actually believe he has a shot to make that last safety position on the depth chart, right? Maybe that fourth safety, if the Jets want to, roll with four, because, you got to imagine Chuck Clark is a starter, Tony Adams is a starter, Ashton Davis is that third option, and then it's really between, Isaiah Oliver, Jaylen Key. They moved JBC to corner, so he's not even really practicing at that position. Not really in consideration, although you can maybe make the case for Converse as far as making the 53, like, okay, this guy does have some safety versatility in the event that two guys go down on game day, but that's an argument more so for corner, not safety. I've been impressed with what Jaylen Key has been able to put together. He just looks like a really high floor type of player, a well-coached player, somebody who brings fundamentals, brings defensive IQ, brings tackling an open field. I really love a player like that. And maybe I'm biased. Safety is my favorite position here, but been really, really impressed. And then we have those other younger guys too, with a lot to prove. Zaire Barnes at the linebacker position, Chaz Surratt, will he end up making the 53? There's a lot of these guys. Cordrington, right? Will he have another big day on special teams? A lot of questions here. But I do want to cap it off with Olu Fashanu, right? Let's go out and see another great Olu Fashanu performance. We've seen one great day at left tackle, one solid day at right tackle. Let's see what he can do in preseason game number 3, and let it loose. I'm totally excited for it. You always kind of feel like there's that extra little bit of rivalry between the Jets and the Giants, but I mean, for me personally, I'm so focused on San Francisco in week 1. But yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, and as always, go Jets.